So yeah, so we'll start in child's pose here, knees to the outside edge of the mat, toes together. Arms will be out long. And just start to tune into your breath here as you settle in. Maybe kind of rocking back and forth a little bit with the hips just to help settle them in towards the heels. And then have the arms out long, but the elbows bent slightly so the elbows are just on the mat here. As you tune into the breath, start to lengthen out your inhales and exhales. Moving them through the nose here if you haven't moved them there already. And as you breathe here, try to focus on filling up the breath around the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Just bringing some focus and attention to this area of the body as we will be doing some shoulder blade work today. Let's do one last deep inhale in, focusing in on those shoulder blades. Go ahead and exhale it out fully. Now staying in your child's position, bring your fingertips together above your head. And then bend the elbows, bringing the hands and fingertips over the head and maybe to the upper back. And then bring them back down to the mat. Just gonna move through that movement a couple times here. So inhale to bring them up over your head to the upper back. Exhale, bringing them back down to the mat over the head. Inhale, bring them up overhead. And then exhale, bringing them back down to the mat. Now we're going to bring them up over the head, just over the back of the head here, not to the top of the back here, but just like right over the back of the head. And we're going to do some just lifting of the elbows here. So you're going to be pressing through your forehead here, which might be a little uncomfortable. We'll take an inhale in. And as you exhale, start to try to lift the elbows up off the mat, any amount that's available here. And then exhale it down and start to press the elbows into the mat. And then go ahead and relax and lift the elbows up off of the mat. Really pressing the fingertips together, forehead on the mat. And then bring the elbows down and press the elbows down into the mat. I'm gonna go one more time with each of these. So this time we're gonna hold a little bit longer. So take an inhale and lift up. Holding it as high as you can here for 3, 2, 1. Now bring the elbows back down to the mat and really press the elbows into the floor. Holding it for 3, 2, 1. And then go ahead and bend the elbows back. Extend the arms back and then walk your hands back towards your seat so that you're sitting on your heels. If you want to sit on a block, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Or if you want to be in a comfortable seat to start, and then we'll switch to the sitting on the heels a little bit later. Up to you. But to start here, we're going to do some wrist cars and some elbow cars. So actually, yeah, I do want you to sit on your heels or stand on your knees if that's a little bit more comfortable. Up to you. All right, so we're going to start doing wrist cars here. So we'll take our right hand, place it out with the palm facing up, 90-degree angle with your elbow here, and then grab around your right wrist, right wrist with your left hand. Now squeeze all the fingers together, including the thumb, and just remember not to cup the hand in like that as we're doing this. Just take an inhale in, and then as you exhale, we're gonna bring the fingers towards the inner line, keeping them nice and straight, and then down towards the floor, and then to the outside, trying not to rotate that elbow, up towards the sky, trying to keep that palm nice and flat, then to the inside line, down towards the floor, to the outside, up towards the sky, switching directions, we're gonna go to the outside, down towards the floor, to the inside, back up towards the sky. One more time to the outside, hold down towards the bottom, to the inside, and then back up, and then go ahead and shake it out. Switching sides here, bend that left elbow at a 90-degree angle, grab around that left wrist, squeeze all your fingers together, lock everything in, and then we'll start our cars on this side. So we'll start by bringing the fingertips to the inside, down towards the floor, to the outside, up towards the sky, keeping the palm nice and flat, to the inside, down towards the floor, squeezing those fingertips in to the outside, up towards the sky, back to, oh, switching directions. We're going to the outside now. Down towards the floor, to the inside, back up towards the sky, to the outside, down to the floor, to the inside, and then back up to the sky. And go ahead and shake both out. And then if you can sit on a block here and have your fingertips not touch the floor, that's totally fine. But if you can't do that, then come up to standing on your knees here like this for the next few things that we're gonna do. Or if you just want to be up on your knees, that's totally fine too. So we'll have our palms facing out in front of us here, elbows by our side. And then just take a moment and kind of roll the shoulders back and together and then down the back a little bit so that you get a nice little broadness through the front of the chest. I don't want the shoulder blades to be squeezing together, but just nice broad chest here in front. And then take a moment to engage everything in the body, keeping the belly nice and engaged. And we're gonna do some elbow cars. So we're gonna lift the elbows up, bringing the palms towards the shoulder heads. Turn the palms to face away from you. And then bring the elbows back down, palms facing behind you. Turn the palms to face out. Lift the palms up. Turn the palms to face out or in front of you, and then bring them back down so that they're facing behind you. And then we're going to start with them facing behind us now, so keep them facing them behind you, and then lift the elbows and hands up. Hold up here, flip the palms to face back, and then bring the hands back down. Flip the palms out so the palms are facing back. Lift the arms and hands. Turn the palms back, and then bring them back down towards the mat. All right, shake it out a little bit if you want. And then we're gonna do some shoulder blade cards from this position. So you can have your left hand at your hip, maybe across the body here, maybe on the shoulder. I like to have it up on the shoulder here so that you can get some feedback if your shoulder's lifting up too much. So you can just kind of wherever is more comfortable. Some people like to have it here on their side just to keep it a little more or get a different feedback. But anyways, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with the palm facing just on the inner line here. And then without lifting that shoulder head up, we're gonna lift the arm up in front of you with a straight arm as high as you can without lifting that shoulder head up towards the ear. Once you've arrived, turn the palm to face out. Reach and wrap your arm at that highest extending point all the way behind you, and continue to turn the palm towards the back of the room and the thumb towards the back of the room, bringing it back down towards the side so your palm is facing out. Now from here, you're gonna lift that arm up back behind you as far as you can go. Once you've arrived, turn that palm to face out, sweeping the arm up overhead and then back down and in front of you. One more time, we're gonna lift it up, coming up as high as you can go without any sort of compensation from the rest of the body. Turn that palm to face out, and then sweeping the arm with as big of a radius as you can there, bring it as far behind you as you can without turning open to the side. And then continue to rotate that thumb behind you so that it's facing the back of the mat and the palm is facing out when you arrive. Reach the arm back, hold, turn the palm to face out, and then sweep the arm back up overhead, and then back down by your side. Switching sides here, place that right hand on the left shoulder. Palm will be facing in towards your hip here. We'll take a nice deep inhale in, getting everything engaged, and then lift the arm up as high as you can go. Turn the palm to face out, and then sweep the arm behind you here, continuing to roll the palm back and the thumb back, so that once you arrive back down by your hip, your palm is facing out. Sweep the arm back as far as you can go. Turn that palm out, rotating all the way around and bringing it back up overhead and down in front of you. One more time, we're gonna sweep the arm up here. Turn that palm to face out. Sweep it all the way behind you, getting that as big of a radius as you can. And continue to roll the palm facing out and thumb behind you. Nice work. All right. So next from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna interlace our hands behind our back here. So if you wanna come back down to more of a seat here, that's fine. Well, we don't need as much room with the fingertips. So we'll start by getting a nice long spine here, extend through the back of the head, kind of tucking the chin in a bit. And then we're gonna start to pull the hands away from the seat, extending the elbows as much as you can and broadening through the chest. And now try to keep this broadness in the chest as you bring the hands down towards the seat, and then back up. And then keep that broadness through the chest, bring the hands back down towards the seat, and then extend back out. And then back down here, and extend out, and we'll hold here, really lifting them as far away from the seat as you can. Holding for 3, 2, 1, then go ahead and release the bind, shake it up a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and bring that interlacing behind the back again. And this time what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll those shoulder heads back as you draw the hands away from the seat. And then we're gonna keep that extension again. Except this time we're gonna do some little flows of bending the elbows and bringing the hands up towards your shoulder, base of your shoulder blades, and then extending back out. Keep that broadness in the chest and bend the elbows, lifting the palms of the hands up, and then back down. One more time, we're gonna lift up, and this time we're gonna hold for 3, 2, 1, and then go ahead and release, shaking it out one more time here. All right, so this time, now we're gonna grab our right wrist with our left hand behind our back, and try to lock in your left forearm on your low back here. So you're kind of like this. And we're gonna do just some rolling of the shoulder forward and back here. So we're gonna go as far as we can go. We're gonna go real slow with it so you don't extend too far. Start in your neutral position and draw your right shoulder blade together with the left, rolling that shoulder head back. Hold there without turning your body. And then roll the shoulder head forward without turning to the left. And hold there. Roll that shoulder back, going as far as you can go without turning to the right, and hold. And roll forward, going as far as you can go without turning towards that left side. One more time, we're gonna roll it back and hold this time for 3. Really roll as far back as you can go. 2, 1, and then roll forward without sort of collapsing in on yourself. You're really trying to push that shoulder head forward to the front of the mat as far as it'll go. And hold it for 3, 2, 1, and release. Switching sides, grabbing that left wrist with the right hand. Right forearm goes behind the low back, kind of locking it in right there on the low back. And pull your left arm as straight as you can here. Be a little bit of bend in the elbow, but try to go as straight as you can. And we'll start by rolling the shoulder head back, drawing that shoulder blade together with the other one, keeping your shoulders nice and square to the front of the mat. And then roll the shoulder head forward as far as it'll go. Keeping the spine nice and long. Roll that shoulder head back. And then roll it forward as far as it'll go. Roll it back. And hold for 3, 2, 1. And then roll it forward as far as it'll go. Holding it for 3, 2, 1. And then release. And go ahead and shake it out. All right, so we're working on some rotational capacity work with the shoulders today. So we'll be doing a lot of that. So let's start with standing on our knees for this one. We'll have our hands, let's do starting with palms facing out here. And now I'm gonna direct traffic with your hands with my cues, but I want you to be thinking about this like movements at the shoulders. So I'll be saying like turn your palm back, but think about moving the shoulder versus just moving the hand and the wrist. So we're gonna start with our palms facing out and then roll the thumbs in towards the inner line so the palms go behind you, and then maybe the palms go out to the outside as far as they can go, and hold. And then roll the palms back in towards the inner line, back out to the front, and then draw the thumbs back as far as they can go. Trying to keep the shoulders nice and neutral here though. Roll those palms in, thumbs go to the back of the room, palms facing out, and hold. And then turn the palms back out to the front, thumbs go behind you, and we will hold. For 3, 2, 1, and release. Go ahead and shake it out. If you want to stay in that position, you're more than welcome. If you're feeling tired and lazy like I am this morning, you can come to a seat and sit on your block if you want. And we're going to do the same thing, except this time our arms are going to be out at a T. So keep those shoulder blades nice and neutral, shoulders nice and neutral, palms facing down to start. And we'll start by turning the palms behind you as far as you can go, drawing the thumbs towards the ground. And now turn the palms back to the front. Palms go up towards the sky. Draw the thumbs behind you as far as you can and start to drive them to the floor if that's available. Don't let any arch come into the low back here. Don't let the belly pop out. We'll hold it for 3, 2, 1, and then rotate the palms back down towards the floor. Thumbs go down, and then palms go behind you, rotating the thumb as far as you can, and hold it for 3, 2, 1. Turn the palms back out towards the front, palms up towards the sky. Thumbs draw back and down, holding it for 3, 2, 1. Nice work. And then roll those thumbs back forward, palms down, thumbs go behind as far as they'll go, and hold it for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release and shake it out a little bit. All right. One last position that we're going to do this. Arms are up overhead this time. And just make sure that they are, wide enough out here so that your shoulders aren't up by your ears. Shoulder blades are drawing down the back a little bit. So your arms don't have to be like perfectly straight up above you. If you're out at a Y, that's totally fine too. It's actually preferable, I think. Mo, if you can straighten your elbows a little bit more. There you go, nice. So now we'll start with the palms facing kind of towards each other here, and then rotate the palms out to the outside and hold. And then turn the palms back towards the inside, and then draw the thumbs behind you as far as you can go. And hold. Turn the palms back to the front, and then back to the outside. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Turn the palms back to the inside, drawing the thumbs behind you and out as far as you can go. Last one, holding it for 3, 2, 1. And then go ahead and shake it out. A lot of rotational work there. All right, and now let's just go ahead and make our way to a tabletop all fours position here. All right, we'll move through a couple cat-cows here. So make sure your full palm is on the ground. Inhale, we're gonna drop the belly, lifting that tailbone up. And then the mid-chest goes down, the upper chest goes down, and then finally the chin lifts. And then keeping the chin lifted, tuck the tailbone first, rounding the low back, the mid back, upper back, and finally the tongue tucks. Sorry, wow, I'm really good. Chin tucks last, there we go. And now starting with the head, lift the chin up first, broaden through the chest, drop the mid chest, the belly, and finally the tailbone comes up last. Keeping the tailbone up, tuck the chin, round the upper back, round the mid back, round the low back, and tuck that tailbone in. So now let's kind of walk our hands back a little bit, bringing the seat down towards the heels. Keep your hands fully on the mat here. And we're going to do some shoulder blade cars from here. So nice long spine, engage the belly, and then lift the shoulders up towards the ears. Draw the shoulder blades together. Draw them down the back. Press the floor away, pressing the shoulder blades away from each other. Lift them up towards your ears, keeping them separated. Once they're up by your ears, draw the shoulder blades together. Then down the back, as far as they'll go. Separate the shoulders away from each other, pressing the floor away. And then draw them up towards your shoulders. Shoulder blades towards your ears, shoulder blades together. And then draw them down the back. Now keep them together and down the back. And then we'll lift them up towards our ears. And then press the floor away. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, keeping them away from each other. And then at the bottom, draw them in towards each other. Up towards your ears, keeping the shoulder blades together. Press the floor away. And then draw them down the back. All right, so let's make our way to our bellies now. And before you do that, grab your blocks or cups or whatever you got here. And basically have them like right on the outside edge of the mat, at the top of the mat. So You'll have your arms on the insides of them, out long in front, and the forehead will be on the mat. And essentially you want like the block right in line with your forearm, or the cup like kind of right in the middle of the forearm. Because essentially what we're gonna do, you guys can watch for a second before we do it so that you know exactly what we're doing. Your forehead will be on the mat, and then you're gonna lift up, clear the blocks, and then place them down on the outside. And we'll do that in a couple different positions. Okay. So let's go ahead and make our way to our Superman pose here on our belly, foreheads down on the mat. Outside edge of the hands are on the floor here, so the palms are facing in towards each other. Bring all your fingertips together here and engage everything. And before we do our lift offs here, we're going to start by pressing the outsides of the hands into the mat or floor in front of you first. Starting at 50, 60% effort here. We're going to hold it there for 3, 2, 1. And then go ahead and lighten up on that pressure. And then we're going to do our lift offs here. So take a nice deep inhale in. And as you exhale, start to lift your arms up as high as they can go. Clear the blocks, bringing them out to the outsides of the blocks. And then let them back down to the mat. Take an inhale in, lift them up, clear the blocks, and then bring them back down on the inside. So if you have blocks, you can do this on like any setting that you want, but you want to have it, to start I should say, but you want to have it high enough if you have blocks so that you are actually clearing it with very little space. So you want like as little clearance as you can get to get the most effort out of this. So Mo, you've got cups, so you're kind of stuck where you're at, so that's fine. But Mike, if you were like, way over the block like this, you could try going up to the next highest setting. So we'll do that a couple more times, finding the setting on the...
Jack, do we keep our heads on the ground, forehead on the ground, or can that lift?
The forehead stays on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, so your forehead stays on the ground, and then you lift up, and then clear. If you kind of want to like see where how far your clearance is, just to see where your block setting should be, you can bring like your ear down to the mat and look at that side and just do one side and kind of look. Yeah. Okay, so forehead will remain on the mat once we're doing it. All right, so let's do it again here one more time. And again, we'll start by pressing the arms into the floor. This time, start at a 60, 70% effort. And hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Relax that pressure. Take a nice deep inhale in. Engage in everything else. And as you exhale, you're going to lift your arms up. Clear the blocks. And then bring the hands back down to the mat. Inhale up. Clear the blocks, bring them back on the inside of the blocks. Inhale them up, clear the blocks, bring them back down on the outside. Inhale it up, bring the arms back on the inside, and then back down to the mat. 2 more times. Inhale it up, clear the blocks, back down, and then inhale it up, clear the blocks, and back down on the inside. And then maybe just bend your elbows, do whatever little movements here feel good. Lifting the torso up if you want. And then we'll do this same thing, kind of just in a different position. So for the next position, we're going to have our arms out at a T. We're going to do a similar thing where you clear the block and then come back down. And usually on this one, you can lift your arms up higher. So you might want to start on a higher setting than you had before. It's because you've got a little bit more range of motion than up in front here. So we'll go ahead and do that. Whatever you do, you want them to be kind of facing towards the, the outside here, perpendicular to your body. You don't want them facing parallel with the side of the mat. It should be parallel with the top of the mat, your block placement. That makes sense. Yep, cool. Okay, cool. So forehead goes on the mat, your arms are out at a T. And we'll start by taking an inhale in. And as you exhale, start to press your palms into the floor, about 50, 60% effort. And hold that for 3, 2, 1. Release that pressure. Take a nice deep inhale in. And as you exhale, start to lift your arms up as high as you can go, drawing the shoulder blades together. Clear your blocks, and then place your palms back down. Inhale the arms back up, clear the blocks, and then place them back down. We'll take a moment if you want to place your blocks at a higher setting or anything, more than welcome to do that. And then we'll do it a few more times here. So bring your forehead down to the mat, palms come to the floor. Take an inhale in. As you exhale, start to press your hands into the floor. This time at a 60, 70% effort or so. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. And then release that pressure. Take a nice deep inhale, engage in everything else. As you exhale, lift your backs of your hands up as high as they can go. Clear your blocks, and then place the hands back down. Inhale, bring the arms up, shoulder blades together. Clear your blocks, back to the T, place them back down. Inhale, you're gonna lift it up, clear your blocks, and then place it back down. Inhale, lift it up, clear your blocks, place it back down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift it up, clear your block, place it down. Inhale, lift it up, clear your block, and then place it back down. Last time, make it count. So inhale, lift it up as high as you can go. Clear your block, keeping that height, and then set it down. Lift it up as high as you can, clear your block, and then set it back down. Nice work. Let's go ahead and press your way back up. Just to sitting on your heels again one more time. Check the time here. All right. Taking a little movements. Anytime we're transitioning, you guys probably know this, haven't taken this class so many times from me now. Anytime we're transitioning movements, you're more than welcome to like roll anything out or take any little movements that you need to. All right. So next, what we're gonna do is you're gonna bring your arms out right in front of you here. And we're gonna do some rotational work with the arms in front this time instead of out to the side. So get your belly nice and toned and nice long spine here, maybe tucking the chin in just a little bit. Try to keep everything still and move at your shoulders as I cue your hands. So take an inhale in. And then as you start to exhale, start to bring your palms down towards the floor. And then rotate your palms out, drawing that thumb as far out as you can. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. And then roll the palms back down, starting to roll them up towards the sky, drawing the thumb down towards the floor as far as you can go. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Roll those palms back down towards the floor. Thumbs go down towards the floor, palms face out, going as far as you can here, trying to keep everything else still. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Roll the palm back down. Thumb goes up towards the sky, palms go up towards the sky, thumb draws down towards the floor. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Last time, the palm goes down to the outside. Thumb is at the bottom, drawing down towards the outside of the mat. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and then release, shaking it out. All right, last little piece of rotational work we're gonna do today. Kind of blasted the rotational work. It's good for you though. We'll do it from extension. So we've basically been doing rotational work, which is just obviously rotating from most all the different positions we can get our arms in. And so the last one we're gonna do is from extension here. So you're gonna bring your arms out back behind you, palms facing in towards each other. Keep the chin up here on this one. It kind of tucks, but try to keep it up. But you don't wanna like hunch in like this, and the chin is an easy way to do that. So draw the shoulder blades together, lift the backs of the hands up as far as you can, and then start to roll the palms up towards the sky behind you. Thumbs should be facing each other. And then turn the palms down, lifting the palms up towards the outside, towards the sky as much as you can. Hold here for 3. Keep that chin up, 2, 1. Turn the palms down, and then up towards the sky behind you. As much as you can here, keeping those shoulder blades joined together. This is the hardest one. 3, 2, 1. Turn those palms back down. Roll them out so they're facing the outside. Thumbs drawing in towards each other as much as you can, holding it for 3, 2, nice work, 1. Last time. Palms go down to the inside and then up towards the sky. Holding it for 3, 2, 1. And then turn the palms back down, out to the outside last time this way. Holding it for 3, 2, 1, and release. Whew, shake it out. Wiggle it out. Whatever you need to do here. All right. So let's go ahead and make our way back to our bellies just one more time here. Bring your right arm out long next to you in a half T shape, and place your left hand underneath your shoulder. And you're gonna roll, push with your left hand, rolling onto your right shoulder, stacking your legs over the top here. I'm just gonna stretch it out here. Your forehead, the side of your forehead can be on the mat if you want. The hard stuff's over. And then go ahead and roll back to center. Switching sides, bringing that left arm out long in a T shape next to you. Or if you're short on room, whenever I say T shape, you can come to a cactus. And roll onto that left, or that right, yeah, the left hip and left shoulder, pressing into the floor with your right hand. Oh, this feels good. All right, go ahead and roll back to your center. Then we're gonna switch and lay on our backs here. Bring your right arm up overhead here, and then across the body. Take your left arm and kind of hook it, and keep that right arm nice and straight. And so your right arm and forearm is going to be kind of hooked into your left elbow crease. And then just bring it across the body and try to keep the right shoulder as much on the floor as you can. It'll come up a little bit, but we'll just try to keep as much of it as we can on the floor. You can come back to your long breath rounds here if you want to. A couple little passive stretches to end class. So we're going to switch sides. Bringing the left arm long across the body, hooking that left forearm with the right elbow on the inside of the elbow crease. Pull it in towards your chest here, keeping the left elbow nice and straight. I'm trying to keep at least the end of the left shoulder blade touching the ground. Hold it here for a couple more breath rounds. Then go ahead and release, bringing your arms long by your side into your final resting pose of Shavasana. Maybe tucking the shoulder blades down the back. Letting the eyes soften and relax. Maybe shut. And just rest and relax for the last few moments we have together. Start to bring some attention back to your breath. And then some small movements back to the body, wiggling the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. And bend one knee at a time when you're ready and make your way up to a comfortable seat. Once you've arrived here, just take a moment to notice how you feel, specifically the shoulders. And take a moment of appreciation for the time spent on your mat this morning. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you both for showing up this morning, sharing your practice, sharing your light, and I hope you both have a wonderful rest of your day and week. Namaste. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah. Enjoy the week.
You too. Hopefully the shoulders feel good.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Yeah. Bye.